Hi, my name's Mia, and we're here to do a 20 to 25 minute yoga exercise. The intention of this practice is first to connect breath with movement as a way to connect breath, body, and mind. And our second intention is to move the spine in all of its possible directions because you're only as healthy as your back is strong. So let's get started. I've got Sue and Charlie, and we're going to be showing you different modifications. The first thing we want to do is start seated with a tall spine. You can sit like Sue is on a block with your legs together. You can sit like I am on a block with my legs in a comfortable cross-legged position. Or you're welcome to sit like Charlie, up in a chair. So the intention here again is to have a nice tall spine. Let's have your hands gently placed anywhere on the lap with your eyes closed or open with a soft focus. We're going to go over Ujjayi breathing. So Ujjayi breathing is when we valve the throat to control the inhalations and exhalations of your breath. So Ujjayi breath sounds like this. We're going to inhale through the nose with a slightly constricted throat. Exhale through the nose the same way. So continue Ujjayi breath. You're going to inhale through your nostrils, exhale through the nostrils. And you're going to make a constricted sound in your throat like you're fogging a mirror with your mouth open, but your lips will be closed. So the more even we can have our inhalations and exhalations, and the more even that the sound of the Ujjayi breath is, the more balanced our energy is. And in this yoga class, that's what we're looking for. So when we move in and out of the postures, the asana, we're going to have this Ujjayi breath leading the pose. So this is breath-centric postures, breath-centric asana. Great. And if you don't have the Ujjayi breath technique, don't worry about it. Just try your best. All right, so when you're ready, you just slowly open your eyes so you can remove your blocks if you're sitting on something, and we can go ahead and come off the chair, Charlie. So now that you've come off of whatever you were sitting on, we're going to start on the hands and knees. This is called Chaturanga, or you might know it as cat-cow pose. So have the wrists, elbows, and shoulders in line, and knees just about under the hips. Your fingers are going to be spread wide, and your whole hand is going to be on the mat. You're going to take a deep breath in, gently pull back on the hands, do a back bend just behind the upper shoulders, and send your chest bone, your sternum forward. When you exhale, tighten the low belly, bring the chin down, bend the elbows, sit down towards your heels. Again, inhale, let the breath lead the movement, come back to the hands and knees, send the chest bone forward, just gently squeeze the top of the shoulder blades. Exhale, firm the low belly, bring the chin down, bend the elbows, and sit on the heels. And one more time, allow the breath to lead the movement. Breathing and moving at the same time is a priority. So on your own, when you're ready, you'll firm the low belly, bend the elbows, bring the chin down, great. And now we're going to inhale, come back to the hands and knees, chest bone up and forward, gently tuck the toes under, gentle, firm the belly in, come on back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So if you're the kind of yoga practitioner that likes to move around in down dog, feel free. Otherwise, staying still and working on your breathing is a very advanced practice. So just focus on your deep breathing as best as you can. Great. So from downward facing dog, you're going to inhale, walk your hands to the feet, and we're going to stay in a forward fold. So Charlie's going to bend his knees and show us a modified version. So go ahead and bend your knees a lot. If your hands don't touch the ground, that's great. And Sue's pretty flexible, so her whole palms can come on the ground, which is also great. Bend your knees, even if you don't need to, a tiny bit. We don't want to lock the elbows or knees in our yoga practice. And you're breathing a lot. Feel the breath, pulse in the breath. Good. Can you stay still and practice breathing? Nice. And now your hands are going to slide up onto the shin. Take a deep breath in. Look down. Remember, breathing and moving. Exhale, gently bend the knees. Fold forward. And now to stand up, you're going to inhale. Arms out to the side, do a back bend in the upper back. Lead with the chest forward, arms out and up overhead. Keep inhaling. Exhale. This is called Darga Mudra. Stay here. So feet are hips distance apart. Your fingers are interlaced except for the pointer finger. This is called Darga Mudra. So here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, move your hips over to the right. Every time you exhale, tone the low belly, and let's arch over towards your left. And then inhale, come back to center. So I'm going to be doing the opposite of what you're doing at home. Exhale, move your hips out to the left, arch over to the side. One more time. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, push your hips out to the right and stay here. So out of a scale of 1 to 10, you're going to go to about a 4 or 5 level. We're just warming up. So I want you to breathe into your whole right lung with intention. Have an intention to breathe in this whole right lung. Feel the intercostal muscles between the rib cage expand when you inhale. When you exhale, you want to tone that low belly between the belly button and the pubic bone. Great. Next time you inhale, push your hips back to center. Keep inhaling. As you exhale, tone that low belly. Hips gently come out to the left. And now you're arching to the right. Again, we're not mirroring you, so you're probably seeing us in the opposite direction. So again, you're going to have an intention to breathe into now this left lung. Feel these intercostal muscles between the ribs expand as you inhale. When you exhale, you want to gently firm that low belly for stability, gently. And again, you're going about halfway of your maximum capacity. Great, let's take one more big breath in. Feel the left side of the body pulse out as you inhale. And when you exhale, tighten that belly. Next time you inhale, move your hips back to center. We'll come back here, keep finishing your inhalation, and when you exhale, hands come back to the side. So this is called Tadasana, or mountain pose. You're going to stay here for a moment. I like feet, hips distance apart. This is anatomically more sound. Second and third toes in line with the center of the knees, in line with the center of the hips. Hands relaxed by your side. You want the gentle tilt upwards of the pelvic bowl. So we're not tucking the tailbone. We actually never want to do that. What we're doing is we're tilting the hips to where the sacrum, or this flat bone on the lower back, is gently cascading downward, and the pubic bone, or the low belly, is gently rolling upwards. And see what that does for your low back and your spine. And we're continuing with the Ujjayi breathing. Great. And so now we're going to take a step back with your right foot. We're going to come to a variation of Warrior One. Or you can step forward with your left foot, friends at the back of the mat. Great. Okay, so we're going to test our alignment. Bend that front knee so the knee is right over the ankle. We never want the knee in front of the ankle. Okay, you can have it on top or maybe behind. And you're going to straighten that back leg. Press down a lot with your back heel. Straighten out that front leg. Great, hands by your side. Let's take a resting breath in and out. Big Ujjayi breath in. And out. So we're going to be doing some variations of Warrior One. Every time we inhale, just watch. Your shoulders are going to come in front of the hips to stabilize the low back, okay? And we're also going to bend the knee, not past the heel. And we're going to do some interesting arm variations as we come in and out of the pose with our breathing. Okay, Sue and Charlie, we ready? All right. Start with that leg straight. And take a deep breath in, bend the knee, bring your shoulders in front of the hips, and your hands are 20 after and 20 of, as if they were dials on a clock. Exhale, tone the low belly, lower the arms back to the side, straighten the front leg. Quarter of, quarter after. Inhale, do a back bend in the upper back, shoulders in front of the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, tone the belly, press down with that front foot. Okay, 10 of, 10 after. Inhale, this might be hard for you, so Charlie's going to bend his elbow to show a variation here. And then when you exhale, press down with the front foot, tone the low belly in. We got one more. Next time you inhale, come forward into Warrior One. In this variation, the back heel is grounded, back leg straight. You've got the shoulders right above the hips. Stay here, please. Breathe. Charlie's showing a great variation. Arms can be bent. If this is too much for your arms, go ahead and interlace your arms behind the back, please. Charlie? Great. So this is another variation. If this is also too intense on your shoulders, you can just put your hands on your front thigh, please. This is a great variation. Ground the back heel. Sue's doing great here. She's doing a back bend in the upper back only. Her shoulders are in front of the hips so the low back is stable. Great. And now to come out of the pose, you're going to take a deep breath in the pose. And to come out, press down with that front foot, straighten the leg. Arms lower down if they're up. Step the back foot forward. Inhale. Exhale here in mountain pose. Okay, let's do the other side. Step the opposite foot back. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in and out before we start. Ujjayi breath in and out. Okay, hands will be at 20 of, 20 after. Here we go. Inhale, come forward, shoulders in front of the hips, hands at 20 of, 20 after. And then when you exhale, press down with the front foot, tone the belly, hands come back. quarter after. Inhale. Do a back bend in just the upper back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. When you exhale, tone that low belly. Come on out of the pose. So 10 of 10 after. Charlie's going to do a variation. Inhale, shoulders come in front of the hips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. When you exhale, press down with that front foot. Tone the belly. Come on down. Last one. Inhale, arms will come up into a more classic arm pose. Stay here, except your shoulders are in front of the hips. Remember, you are pressing down a lot with that back heel. It stabilizes the whole pose and stabilizes your low back. And the priority here is actually the breath. Ujjayi breathing, or big breaths if Ujjayi hasn't quite gotten with you yet. You want to feel your chest expand. Feel the shoulder blades expand with your breath every time you inhale. When you exhale, this low belly region is gently going to contract. And Charlie's showing you a couple different arm variations on this side. His shoulders are beautifully staying right in front of the hips. Great. Let's take one more big breath in wherever you are. When you exhale, press down with the front foot, tone the belly, arms down. Let's step that back foot forward. Inhale, coming back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a few breaths. Keep feeling your chest and even your shoulder blades expand with that Ujjayi breath. Deep breaths in and out. So what we're going to do are variations of chair pose, which we actually have a chair to modify with. So Charlie's going to go ahead and stand in front of the chair. And Sue is going to be doing another version of the pose. So we're going to come back to our mountain pose, Tadasana. We'll take a deep breath in, sweep the arms out and up. When you exhale from the low belly, Charlie's actually going to sit on the chair. Sue and I are going to bend our knees and fold forward. See if you can touch the ground with your fingertips. Inhale, come up just with the chest into chair pose. Exhale, firm the belly, fold over again. Fingertips might touch the ground. Inhale, come back up with your chair pose, just the upper body. Exhale, firm the belly, fold over the legs again. Great, keep the knees bent, and then inhale one more time, come into the pose and hold. So Charlie's got a beautiful posture. His feet are grounded, and again, he's on the chair, and he's doing a back bend in the upper back. And Sue's doing another expression of the pose. Her lower belly is toned in, and she's doing a back bend just in the upper back. She's not doing a low back bend, which is not the intention of this pose. Great. Every time you exhale, firm that low belly to stabilize the core. You can stay as long as you want. You could pause the video and stay here for 15 minutes. We're going to come out. Inhale, press down with the feet. Go ahead and inhale, reach up. And exhale, come on down. And if you need to, you can certainly stay in the chair. Okay, take a deep breath in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the knees slightly, tone the belly in, come on forward. Step back to downward facing dog, please. So here we are in down dog, and we're actually going to come into upward facing dog on the balls of your feet. Your feet are hips distance apart. We're not going to flip over to your toes, so just try. Okay, take a deep breath in and out here. Inhale, come forward into upward facing dog on the balls of your feet. Exhale, bend the elbows, come to Chaturanga. You can come to the knees if you need to. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, from the belly in, downward facing dog. Good. Right away again. Inhale, come forward into up dog on the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the elbows, tone the belly, Chaturanga. He's on the knees here. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, tone the belly, down dog. Sue's knees are never touching. One more time. Inhale, come forward into up dog, on or off the knees. Your toes are tucked under. Exhale, tone the belly, Chaturanga. It's kind of like doing a push-up. And then inhale, upward facing dog. She's off the knees, he's on. Exhale, tone the belly, come back into down dog. Great. Take a few breaths. You can keep going if you want. You can pause the video and do like 10 more. Good. Just keep breathing here in downward facing dog. And then inhale, come forward to sit on your knees. If this is not comfortable, you can sit on a chair or you can sit in any other comfortable position. So close the eyes, take a breath. Great. We're going to come lie onto the back. So here we are in the back. To counter pose from the back bend, just going to bring your hands by your side and then inhale. Raise your arms overhead as you straighten your legs, feet towards the ceiling. Flex your feet. Exhale, tighten the belly, bring your thighs towards that belly, hands down by your side. And then inhale, reach your feet up towards the ceiling, bring your arms up overhead. And then when you exhale, bring the thighs to the belly, lower your hands. And one more time. Inhale, bring your feet straight up. And then when you exhale from the belly and come on down. Great. And now hands can come out to the side. Let's have the palms face up or down based on how your shoulders feel. We're going to twist. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, firm the belly, drop your knees to the left, look right, moving with the breath. And you inhale, you're going to come back to center. And then when you exhale, drop your knees over to the right, look left. And then when you inhale, come back into center. You can keep going that way, or if you want to pause here, you can do a variation. Okay, with another leg variation, after your first round of twisting, you can do eagle pose legs. Sue's going to put her right leg on top of the left, and Charlie is going to straighten out his left leg onto the ground. Take a deep breath in. And when you exhale, twist to the left. Firm that low belly. Good. Inhale, come back to center. We're going to keep going to the left. And then exhale, twist over to the left again. If your knees are together, go both sides. And one more time. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, you're going to twist over towards your left again. Good. Let's just stay here. A deep breath in and out. Great. Next time you inhale, come back to center. Again, stay in the twist as long as you need. You can pause the video. So Charlie's going to switch legs. He's going to straighten his right leg, bend the left knee towards his chest. Sue is now putting the left leg on top. You're both going to take a huge breath in. And when you exhale, firm the belly. Go ahead and twist over towards your right, looking towards the left. You're going to inhale, come back to center. And when you exhale, go ahead and drop your legs over to the other side. And we'll just do one more for good luck. Good, and staying here for as long as you need. So remember, the priority here is the breath. The breath changes based on the shape of the body. So do your best to breathe as deeply as you can, even in a twist. Okay, when you're ready, you inhale, come back to center, please. And then exhale. Let's go, unwind if your legs are wound. And we're going to bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug. With the knees towards the chest, gently roll over to a side. You're going to keep rolling until you press yourself up to seated. And turning around. Have the feet out in front. Okay, so here we are preparing for a seated forward fold. So Charlie has a couple variations here. He's on a bolster. You could also sit on a rolled up blanket or a pillow or maybe even a folded up yoga mat. He's got, because this is a high bolster, he has 2 rolled up yoga mats under his knees. You might need just one. Or you might be able to sit on the floor with just one piece of support underneath the knees. This is in case it's hard for you to sit up. If you've got the kind of posture that holds this way, we want you to bend the knees, supported if you need to, in order to get a tall spine. Okay, and Charlie's also going to keep his hands by the side. So in case you have tight shoulders, you're welcome to keep your arms by your side. Otherwise, you're going to inhale, arms up, big breath in. Exhale, you're gently going to fold forward, tone the low belly. Inhale, come on back up. Little back bend in the upper back if you can. When you exhale, you're going to firm that low belly, fold forward. And again, when you inhale, tiny back bend in the upper back as you come up. And last time, when you exhale, go ahead and gently fold forward. You're going to keep that belly firm and you're going to stay in the forward fold. So Charlie's variation here, he's actually pretty flexible. But if your head doesn't come down this far, so pretend you've got a lot of like kyphotic action going on here. If you're here, this is great. Your intention, if your back is shaped like this, is to bring the chest forward. You're going to try to keep doing a little tiny back bend behind the heart here as you keep breathing deeply. So this is perfect. It doesn't matter how far you fold. And Sue's looking great. She's continuing to breathe into her back body. Remember, it doesn't matter how far you fold. The intention in this practice is to connect breath and movement, move the spine, create a little energy and balance. Great. You can stay here as long as you want. Otherwise, next time you inhale, slowly sit up. Charlie's going to keep his arms down. Sue's going to bring her arms up. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's bring the hands down to the thighs. And from here, we're going to go ahead and come on down onto the back. Bend the knees. You can barely touch your heels. All right, take a deep breath in, press down with the feet, gently lift the hips. We're just doing a gentle bridge pose. Exhale, firm that low belly and gently and roll back down. This time you're going to use the hands and arms. Inhale, gently press down with the feet. Come up just a few inches. Reach your arms overhead as you breathe in. Exhale, firm that belly and roll down. And one more time, arms overhead or not. Inhale, gently lift the hips, gently, gently. Exhale, firm the belly and come down. You're going to straighten one leg and then the other leg. Reach both arms overhead now. If you need to, you can goal post them. And point and flex your toes. Point and flex your feet. Press, and with your feet flexed, you're going to reach your right hand behind you and your right heel away. Make the right side long and the left side. So left heel forward, left hand behind you. Go back and forth, stretching each side of the body. When you feel even, please bring your hands by the side and close the eyes. Savasana, corpse pose. Feel the weight of your body resting on the ground. Every time you exhale, allow a part of your physical body to become heavier. Release Ujjayi breathing, release any control of the breath. Every time you exhale, that busy, monkey, superficial mind tells the brain to go to sleep. Every time you exhale, feeling the body heavier on the ground, and the superficial mind falls asleep. Feel a deeper space inside of you awakening as the body continues to get heavier and heavier. And you keep encouraging the superficial mind to fall asleep. You may stay here as long as you need to rest. Whenever you are ready to come out of Savasana, please deepen your breath. Feel the chest rise and fall as you inhale and exhale deeper and longer as a way to bridge you from a deep relaxed state back into waking reality. To slowly come back, you can move your fingers and toes, rub the tips of the thumbs across the fingertips, spread the toes, move the ankles and wrists, legs and arms. When you're ready, you can reach your arms overhead and take a full body stretch and breath. When you are ready, bring one knee and then the other knee in towards the chest. You're going to roll over to a side and stay here in this fetal position. You can use your bottom arm as a pillow. Continue to breathe deeply. Keep rolling towards that same direction until that hand, top hand, presses you slowly up into a seated position. And coming up after your practice, you're welcome to sit on something where the hips are higher than the knees and continue with a relaxing breathing practice or a meditation practice. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. Sue, thank you. Thank you, Charlie. And thank you. Take care.